with this director's cut and then the um announcement not too long ago of the Ghost of Tsushima director's
I
cut,
was really surprised that wasn't shown.
right? Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I wasn't because it was already shown, I suppose.
And then as well, I suppose you don't always
Yeah,
have
but
to
so was
call them.
Deathloop.
You don't always have to call them director's cuts, but Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade is essentially a director's cut.
I suppose.
And
Yeah,
if you really want to get into it, every fighting game since, I don't know, whenever they started this trend where it's like, actually, you should wait a year when they release the full
the
version.
Ultimate Edition.
And that's a director's cut in a way, I suppose. But yeah, is this going to happen now where at some point every game is like, well, if you wait, it'll be spoiled on you online, but you will end up getting the full version a year later.
Well, that's not
like
new though, is it? Like, because I remember, like Rise of the Tomb Raider, for example, which was launched on Xbox.
Good point.
And then a year later came the 20th anniversary edition, and it was released on PlayStation as well as Xbox, but it included all the DLC and everything that you get with it.
That's right, actually.
Didn't Resident Evil 4 have like a definitive
Skyrim
director's...
Special Edition
Yeah.
comes with everything.
True. Yeah. So this isn't new.
There was an Oblivion one as well. There's a Fallout one. Yeah, it isn't new. The use of the terminology director's cut is definitely new. Yeah.
It's interesting to me. It's more interesting that Ghost of Tsushima is called director's cut because Hideo Kojima calling something the director's cut is like so Kojima. That's not, you know what I mean? Like, because he's such a creative mind. He's a movie director. He's really into as well his own creations. And I suppose he fancies himself a bit like he's inspired by things like Blade Runner.
He's the Stanley Kubrick of video games, isn't he?
Right. Yeah. But Ghost of Tsushima director's cut. That's an interesting title for it, as opposed to, say, if they wanted to call it, Ultimate Edition or
Sensei's cut.
Sensei cut or Kurosawa cut or whatever they wanted to call it to give it its own name. Calling it director's cut is interesting. Yeah. I wonder if it's like when Kojima did it, it's like that's a Kojima thing to do. With this game doing it, will it start now a trend of other people now calling them director's cuts
Probably.
forward?
Probably.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
there'll probably be like Last of Us 2 director's cut.
I was just about to bring it up. Do you think we'll get a Last of Us Part 2 director's cut? What do you think?
I don't know if the game needs it.
It fucking needs it, but I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No, but like I said earlier on about you said about Naughty Dog games maybe not being fun recently, and I was like, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I really like the games. I don't want anyone to think I don't. That was just more so. It's like, but it's fucking grim. Like it's not fun.
Yeah, but grim can be fun. Like Resident Evil 8 going down a corridor with a big fetus chasing you. That's really fun.
If you're sick in the head, bro.
That's fun.
Yeah, sure. But there was talks for a long time about a multiplayer mode coming to The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, like factions.
Right?
Yeah.
I could see that if they do decide, and if they probably are working on PS5 enhancements for it.
Right. Well, they already did, didn't they? Is that not already out?
No, but sure, like Ghost of Tsushima was enhanced on PS5, but it wasn't. What I mean is like releasing a PS5 game of The Last of Us Part 2. Like you could buy both a physical copy and download the digital copy. And if that came with the enhancements and a multiplayer mode, they could easily call that director's cut or whatever they want to call it.
I suppose.
I don't know. I feel like there is going to be a Last of Us Part 2 PS5 physical edition.
Probably.
It's called and whatever it has in it.
Still just laughing at Adam's comment.
That it desperately needs it.
Yeah. I mean, if they did release one, so Adam, you do know they're not going to change anything, right?
No. That's like, well, I think the director would be, even if he was given footnotes to make certain changes, I think he'd be too stubborn to do so. But
probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I can kind of see with Ghost of Tsushima like because it's so like a Kurosawa style movie that when they say director's cut, because one of the features is that they have proper Japanese lip syncing.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I think is really cool because I tried to play it with Japanese and it just looks wrong because they're not.
Yeah, they're not. It's not actually in sync, and
like it seems like a small thing, but actually it is. It's a pretty big deal in some ways if it's distracting.
Yeah, and it's obviously something that they ran out of time with, and so for their director's cut, they're now able to fulfill that actual vision that they wanted to achieve. So in that sense, it's like that makes sense, doesn't it? But with other games, yeah, I think if this continues to be a trend, it's like this is a little strange terminology for it.
Yeah. I could see it happening though.
I can see it happening, yeah.
Is Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut going to be a day one purchase for you?
Why not?
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what?
You just paid a little extra and you get the upgrade, right?
10
yeah,
quid?
I think it's
30.
There's
a bit of outcry over it. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's 30.
30 for the upgrade for the PS5,
quid,
yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of an outcry over that.
Why? I bet you that expansion with that new island is going to be quite expansive.
Well, that's the thing. Because obviously there are PS5 upgrades or Series X upgrades that are free, right? So like Doom Eternal gets a free upgrade. Final Fantasy 7 Remake gets a free upgrade. I can't remember what way Spider-Man worked. I don't know if you own, do you get the free upgrade, or is that only?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So there are some games that do get you free upgrades, but so I suppose people are looking at these free upgrades wondering, well, they did it, so why can't they? But it's like, yeah, but it's not that. It's like, intermission was 20 quid. It's not that you got that for free. You're getting extra content. Yeah. It's not just, it's the equivalent of a DLC.
Yeah, it's like they're including the DLC
with the upgrade.
They're packaging the DLC and the PS5 upgrade as one thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with it because I look, these guys gave us Legends, one of the best online multiplayer modes, for free. They also made like one of the best games of the PS4 era. They deserve kudos. You know what I mean? They deserve it. So
the true
I have no problem.
Game of the year that year.
On
robbed of its glory.
On purely a technical objective point of view, yeah, I think it should have been, yeah. And actually, if a director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima, right? Could it be a contender for Game of the Year this year? Or would it be like wrong to give it to a game where most of its benefits were like up against last year?
Yeah, so I don't think you can do that because like otherwise, Witcher 3 would have taken the crown every fucking year that released something new.
Yes, I get you. Yeah.
That wasn't Game of the Year for 200 years, but it did get 300 Game of the Year awards.
It did.
But what if genuinely Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is the best thing out this year? Like, does it not deserve it? I know it's technical, it's difficult.
You know what? No, I think while it was my favorite game of last year, it was my Game of the Year last year. I would still. The people who released the games this year who worked hard on them, I think they should get a chance.
Yeah, taken out of the race, they get a chance. That's fucking wow. We're so fucking. We come across harsh, like. That's hilarious. And is Death Stranding then Director's Cut a day one purchase, or is it just a free upgrade if you already have it?
I don't think it's a free upgrade. I think that is 10 quid. Which isn't breaking the bank, so that's not too bad. I'm not sure. I think I might. I'm not eager to jump back into Death Stranding as I am with some other games.
Yeah.
So I might just hold off on that until I'm interested in going back through that game again. I probably will buy it then. Space storage at the moment is sacred, and I'm just thinking about some of the games
Sacred
coming
space.
out, and I'm like. Fuck me, like things I'm gonna have to delete now just to try and get a bit of room.
For a second there, I thought you were talking about a game, Space Storage. Really looking
I'm
forward
really
to that game.
To Space Storage. It's gonna be like
it's Storage Wars in space.
Yeah.
This locker.
I don't know if it's a day one purchase for me, but I definitely want to get it.
Same.
I think in a similar way, it might be a great one to get for like next January period or something like that, where like
where there's nothing.
The start of this year, there was so much time to play and nothing to play, and then everything creeps up in the summer onwards.
Yeah,
so
it would have been a perfect game
for...
for the summer, actually, and it was a great game. Well, it came out in 2019. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, that's right.
There was a lockdown, wasn't there? Was there
no,
a lockdown?
no,
there
no,
wasn't
no.
a lockdown.
So COVID came in November. The whole COVID story broke out in November of 2019, but it hadn't hit Ireland yet.
Yeah.
It hit us in March of 2020.
I'm trying to think, because I remember
it was like just before Paddy's Day, wasn't it?
Maybe it was just the weather was just not nice, but I remember being stuck inside anyway for quite a long period, and it was just such a it was a different experience. To be able to go hiking basically in this fucking game, like it
it's
get outdoors,
it is
staying indoors.
Awesome. So it would have been perfect for the summer, actually.